You. Chat, it is Dan VR. Obviously, I'm getting hype. You should be getting hype as we have the Authority Origin dropping Saturday. Chud Steel, this Chud life we have been living, is coming to an end. Now, what do we know about it? Next to nothing. When I look at the Verse 3 roadmap, obviously we have the Authority Origin being one of the major updates. So in my mind, I'm imagining that it's a little more than just the Authority. I'm hoping and I'm thinking that it's going to be more fleshing out all of the Origins in general. Agamatsu seems to think that they're cooking a Thanksgiving feast for this update. And hopefully they are. I would be really excited to see if maybe Ceramide Hollow came out with this update, as that is one of the smaller updates that doesn't really have a timeline. I look at the bottom row here of the Verse 3 roadmap as things that could come out really at any point. So I'm hoping that we see Ceramide Hollow, or anything with the faction origin, maybe, dare I say, Hive origin and Lifeweave. Because the origins are definitely something I'm excited for, definitely something that could be fleshed out. I do have some concerns, obviously being, if there isn't enough content or if there isn't enough rewards attached to the Authority Origin, this could end up being a nothing burger update. And I think with the state the game being in, if one of the 3 big updates ends up just being a flop, that could be really detrimental for the game. Think about the same way it happened with the Ignition Union Origin, right? You get the Forge and you got Ceramide Hollow. But Ceramide Hollow was such a letdown that nobody uses it. So the same thing could happen, and that's something that I really would like to avoid, where the update, the main selling point of the Authority Origin, just doesn't shake out and it doesn't really matter. But again, if they flesh it out a little more and we get the Authority Origin and then Ceramide with it, the Ceramide rework, or more with the Origins, dare I say again, Hive, well then this would be a top 3 update of all time. It would genuinely, I think, drive the player count to like 20,000. So we do have that to look forward to. And I really do hope that they add a lot of new variety. I'm hoping that there's more like faction or origin locked rewards or upgrades, things that you can only get if you play that select origin or faction. Because currently, even with divers, origin, ignition unit, you just go Voidwalker. Voidwalker is just too convenient. You get Antiquarium, the bank, the training items, a crafting table, a mantra table, a well. You get an armory. You get literally everything. Essentially a guild base whenever you want it, with the perk of fast traveling essentially anywhere you want on the map. It's just hard to compete with that. I think they would really have to sell these origins with their own specific rewards, or they're going to have to really nerf the way the Void Eye works, because it's, at the end of the day, the game is about convenience, and Void Eye is the most convenient thing. Think about like Castaway, right? Where you spawn on the beaches of Etruris. When is the last time anyone did that? It's not buy anything. You have to spend a lot of time running from building to building around Etruris. No one does that, right? You just straight up go Voidwalker. Another thing is also kind of building off that origin thing. I'm hoping that whatever they add for the Authority, or whatever they add to change and develop the other origins and factions, again, are exclusive. Because there's zero reason to go Trial of One Origin, for example, because it does nothing for you, and you have access to it on everything else. So you could just pick Voidwalker, boat over there. Sometimes you spawn on many. You get all the benefit of essentially both origins. So might as well say that now. Might as well put this in the video. While the devs are at it, if they see this, please add something to the Trial of One origin. If you want that to function as like a tool for new players, add Mark of the Lone Warrior back. Make that the fastest way to prog by far. That way new players are able to make builds incredibly quickly. They get a better understanding of how the game works, how build making works, and then they can pivot into one of the more intensive origins that add layers to the gameplay that they didn't already know because they weren't essential to learning the game. That's all I have for today. Cheers.